Hello, and welcome back. So last time we managed to give Vini a voice and a brain, which was a huge step forward. But let's be honest, she's still a bit rough around the edges. She's painfully slow, and her 1,000-yard stare into nothingness isn't exactly the most appealing thing in the world. Therefore, today, we're fixing that. We're going to tackle the performance issues and give her some much needed personality. So let's deal with the latency issues first, shall we? One of the reasons Vini is so painfully slow is because my code is waiting for Google's AI to generate its entire message before doing anything else. Obviously, we can't do anything without some kind of message, but if you've ever used a chatbot before, you know that it typically streams the information to you in parts instead of sending the whole thing at once. And with this functionality being built into Gemini's SDK, we can have Vini speak before she thinks, which allows us to process the information sooner rather than later. The other bottleneck was my old lip sync method. It used a program called Rhubarb, which involved saving an audio file, processing it to mouth shapes, and then sending that data over to Warado. It was a clunky multi-step process which added a lot of delay. So I scrapped that piece of shit pipeline and instead used Warado's built-in lip sync node. This node can generate mouth shapes directly from the system audio, meaning that we cut out all the unnecessary nonsense that we were doing beforehand, which results in a faster, smoother, more responsive character.
Now, for your little moral dilemma. You're framing this with pointless emotion. Close. It's not about kicking them while they're down. It's about resource acquisition.
Resource
They have supplies we need.
Now, unfortunately, life is hard, and I ended up making a new problem for myself. That being that any sound that gets played through the system audio, such as game music or dialogue, also causes Vini's lips to react.
Look at the chat, you blind bastard.
But that's for future me to figure out, so let's just move on for now. Last time, one of the things I really focused on when it came to the character design was making it modular. Keeping in line with this way of thinking, I wanted to redo the materials and have the ability to adjust the color scheme on the fly. But because of all the shortcuts I took while creating the character, trying to fix up Vini was a bit of a pain in the ass. So I struggled and I labored, and only after a couple of days, I gave up and started on another character. This one being called Mini Vini. The difference between Mini Vini and regular Vini is instead of a single texture, the model has a series of masks for each material. And by using the Pyomi shader, I was able to adjust the colors in real time. Now originally, I was planning to use Pyomi's RGB masking in order to achieve his effects. But then the man, the myth, the legend himself, Pyomi guy, ended up popping into one of my streams. And he advised me that the RGB masking is more so to edit normals, and would be more optimized to use the decal system instead. So I took his advice, and as you can see, it worked fantastically. So I now have a shiny new model, but she's sort of just standing there, staring at me.
Menacingly!
So it was time to give the character some expressions. In order to generate the expressions, I asked Gemini to return not just Vini's reply, but also her emotion. And since we're already processing the dialogue in chunks, sending out multiple expressions throughout the dialogue wasn't a big deal. With the system now having the ability to send out a signal to change Vini's expression, we need to now actually make said expressions. And by using the ARKit blend shapes I created earlier, I was able to set up different expression profiles in Wario. And then all I had to do was set up a simple blueprint, and Vini now changes expressions while she has different thoughts. Amazing! So, here's an example of the new Vini in action. I mean, you're right, Vini, you're right, actually. I didn't consider the fact that a cat has more calories than a can of tomato soup. So it wasn't a terrible deal. I didn't think about your 4D chess. I guess you really know more than a few ways to skin a cat, huh?
What? Calories?
Yeah, calories.
Gross. Are you completely insane? We are not eating the cat.
Whoa.
That is the most horrible thing you have ever said. I said it was a morale officer. A furry little friend to make us happy. Not food. You always twist my brilliant ideas into something awful.
Damn it, Vini. You have to think about the important, the difficult choices, like you said before. If push comes to shove, we need to skin the cat alive if need be, cook it, grill it, season it, whatever it takes.
Skin it? What is wrong with you? That is not what I meant by making tough choices. I meant calculated risks for supplies, not being a complete monster. The cat is our friend now. It's the morale officer. We are never eating the cat. Don't you ever say that again.
Now, there are still a lot of things that need to be done in order to make this character even better, but that'll have to wait to the next video. So, thank you everyone for watching. Ciao ciao. Till next time.